Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite DraftKings plays for this Tuesday 11-game NHL slate. Let's dive right into it. Now, two notes everyone before we dive into my cheat sheet here. Number one, I am recording this video Monday night or the night before the slate, which is a little out of routine for me. I usually record these NHL videos the morning of the slate, so I might be missing a couple of notes or last minute updates that I normally catch in the morning as I record here tonight, but that leads me into my second point, my free Discord channel. You can see that mentioned above. I will be providing updates not only on this slate, but also my cheat sheet for this 11-game slate in my Discord tomorrow, which is completely free to join. We have over 800 people in there talking multiple different sports for DFS, and if you want to join that Discord to get these last minute updates and see who everyone else is playing, you can join that with the link in the description below of this video, as well as in the pinned comment below. With that being said, let's dive into the cheat sheet here, and I am going to go through this pretty quickly here, make this a short video, because again, recording this the night before, and I'll be providing updates in my Discord tomorrow. But one more expensive line stack that I did like here on this Tuesday slate was that first line for the Minnesota Wild. And while I do like Marco Rossi here centering Zuccarello and Kaprizov, I think I'd rather play Brock Faber with Kaprizov and Zuccarello and really target that number one power play. Now, you can mix in Rossi there as well and put him in on that four-man stack if you wanted to, but again, my preferred stack is Kaprizov with Zuccarello and Brock Faber, who you can see listed with the defensemen. Solid matchup at home against the Los Angeles Kings, who have not been great defensively this year, missing Drew Doughty, plus they're playing on back-to-back nights. They're in Nashville here on Monday night, and then heading into Minnesota on Tuesday. And then a cheaper line stack that stuck out to me was actually that second line for the Winnipeg Jets. And then I saw Macklin Celebrini's going to be back here on Tuesday night, centering Tyler Toffoli and McCall Granlund. I really love the upside that these three provide, not only playing big minutes together 5-on-5, but all three should be playing up on the number one power play as well, and a good matchup at home against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, folks, before we dive into some of my favorite individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm going to have hockey content coming out for you guys all season long. With that being said, let's dive into these individual plays here. We're going to kick it off with the forwards, and really I was trying to find value in good matchups, high volume shooters, guys who are playing time on the number one power play. That's pretty much what you're getting with every single one of these guys here. Svechnikov and really that first line for Carolina right now, and even Marty Necas, he could target their number one power play here against Philadelphia, has been on fire as of late. William Nylander, just too cheap in my opinion at $6,400. I don't care who he's playing. He's a 7K guy in my opinion. Plus, they got the Bruins here at home, and the Bruins have not been great 5-on-5 this year. Nikolai Ehlers and the Winnipeg Jets have been on a tear to start the season. You could roster Scheifele, Connor, really target that number one power play, but Ehlers, in my opinion, is offering a lot of value. Same thing here with Rickard Rakell right now, playing up on that first line with Crosby and Malkin, getting time on that number one power play, which has been clicking this year for Pittsburgh, and that first line right now with Malkin playing on the left wing has truly been good. And then Alex Laferriere there. I don't know why DraftKings is not pricing this guy up. Maybe because he's playing on back-to-back nights, but this kid is young. I'm not worried about that. And sure, you can see I got Gustafsson listed as a goaltender, but again, if we're talking about value here, Laferriere is far too cheap at $4,600 for a guy who's playing big minutes 5-on-5, has been a scoring machine to start the season, and gets time on that number one power play, and that wild penalty kill has really struggled as of late. Now, moving on to the defensemen here, I wanted to highlight Rasmus Andersson because he's truly been on a tear for defensemen to start the season, scoring goals, shooting the puck, but more importantly, blocking shots on a super consistent basis. I guess you could just say he's a super well-rounded defenseman who's racking up major DraftKings points to start the season. Jake Walman, I like stacking him up with that first line for the Sharks that I highlighted earlier. Again, a really good spot at home against the Columbus Blue Jackets. He'll get time on that number one power play. Same thing here with Brock Faber, talked about it earlier. Like stacking him up with Kaprizov and Zuccarello on that number one power play. And then Riker Evans here is playing big minutes for the Kraken right now, getting time on the power play and on the penalty kill. And then I got a couple of goaltenders there for you, and I would be willing to spend up for Philip Gustafsson of the Minnesota Wild. The Wild have been a good hockey team to start the year, generally play better defensively at home. Gustafsson's been really, really good so far to start the year. -1 game. If we can overlook that one game, if you go look at his numbers, he's truly been fantastic. And again, playing the Los Angeles Kings on back-to-back nights. And then Lucas Dostal here, the Anaheim Ducks, as long as DraftKings keeps him in this low 7K range, he's going to be on my radar, especially for tournaments. No, the Anaheim Ducks are not a great team, but they allow a lot of shots, and this kid has truly been great to start the season. Really that high-risk, high-reward goaltender that you're looking for in your tournament lineups. And as always, going to wrap up this video here with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays. First guy that I got there is Nino Niederreiter of the Winnipeg Jets, playing terrific hockey to start the season. Really, that entire Jets team, as I mentioned earlier, is playing super well. The depth is playing great. Nino's been a part of that on that third line, but also that number 2 power play, where he's found some points there too. Arturi Lehkonen is expected to be back for the Colorado Avalanche. He'll play up on that first line with McKinnon and Rantanen, as well as their number 1 power play. And then Adam Gaudette. Look, not someone I would normally highlight here. He is playing on the 4th line right now for the Senators, playing on the number 2 power play, but he is on a scoring heater, and he's the bare minimum price right now at $2,500. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks, and let's win some money on this 11-game NHL slate.